Group's Innovations live stream. I'm your host, Kelsey McComb. On today's Innovations, we're getting crystal clear about one of the Munro Group's biggest innovations at ClearSecure, ROCKGLASS. As you heard from our president, Colleen Munro, in our debut Innovations, she created ROCKGLASS to solve a significant problem of her own: broken glass from her vandalized heavy machinery on northern construction sites. And as a result of solving that problem with ROCKGLASS, many other companies from around the world are also now benefiting from ROCKGLASS, and we're going to tell you how. But before we begin, let's check in with Vince Croker, ClearSecure's vice president, at a recent trade show to give you a Rock Talk walk and talk.
Okay, so you have our John Deere cab here, and we have a big piece of ROCKGLASS right in the side of this cab. This is a common piece of glass in the cab that gets broken, but now it's got ROCKGLASS in here, and they're not going to have that problem anymore. Then we go to the front. We have ROCKGLASS in the front as well, and we've also made a ROCKGLASS bush guard, so now they can take the bush guard off the front of the original cab, and they don't have to look through bars. They have the ROCKGLASS on the front, and they can be assured that nothing's going to come through that glass. And as we go to the side, you can also see that we have a piece of ROCKGLASS in the cab on the side too. So we can really outfit a full cab. We have it in the bottom of the door here. So we can meet just about everybody's needs when it comes to heavy equipment. Now we made a light box here. Basically, it's got a pretty powerful hot light in this box. And we put different samples of our dual panes in there. We have our solar product, we have our gray product, our bronze product, and it's amazing how when you put those in the front of the light box, how the heat does not penetrate through, and that shows shading coefficient and how much it will keep heat out of a building as well as protect it security-wise. And then we did something kind of funny here. We made a 90-degree screen because we wanted to show the capabilities of what we can do with our stainless steel screen. Like, we get people that ask about sunrooms. They do not want a post down the middle. They got a corner in their sunroom. Well, we can make them a 90-degree screen where there's no post down the middle. And this screen is going to be tough, it's going to be durable, and it's going to keep the unwanted out. Our booth here we made in the shop. We have a couple of hybrid sealed units. Now we have these sealed units in Silex's windows. It's a local manufacturer, fiberglass window, a very high-end window. We've made hybrid sealed units to show that we can make the sealed units to go in these. They're safe, they're secure, they're going to keep the unwanted out. But more importantly, we have our new glass, our OptiClear glass. This glass is very, very transparent. The clarity is better than we've ever had it. And so for sealed units, for windows, the OptiClear glass is now better than ever.
Now let's welcome Rob Patterson to our live stream. Welcome, Rob.
Great to be here.
Nice to have you. Rob is ClearSecure's fully licensed practicing professional engineer at the Munro Group. Rob, can you explain a little bit to the viewers how ROCKGLASS is truly unbreakable?
Well, it's built of a high quality polycarbonate with a external hard coat coating. So it is measured at about 200 to 250 times stronger on impact than regular tempered glass. And that's why we use it in our security systems. With those points in mind, the application of ROCKGLASS in the sound attenuation or mitigation world would be numerous. They're used in train and highway sound barriers that are close to residential areas. ROCKGLASS is used in quarries and used in many places where the location is creating sound above a certain level and they want to stop it from propagating to areas of other businesses or residential areas to cause a nuisance. So the ROCKGLASS that can be used should be used in quarries where the municipality wants to make sure that the quarry is not causing the residents surrounding that quarry to be bothered by the sound.
Awesome. Good stuff. Well, we've seen in Vincent's opening Rock Talk segment that there are many growing uses for rock glass, both industrial and residential. There are also growing solutions that rock glass provides for green initiatives. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Well, on the green initiative topic, we have been experimenting and researching into trying to remove tempered glass from our IGUs, or what we call hybrid sealed units. Not too many people know that glass is a very, very high temperature process. It's a huge carbon footprint. It gets dwarfed by coal and automobiles, but in general sense, glass is a very nasty carbon footprint product. Our polycarbonate product, which we hope to prove that we can replace tempered glass, is about 30% less of a carbon footprint than regular glass. And therefore, we're now saying we're approaching a green product.
Gotcha. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you, Rob. Stay with us here. We're going to come back to you in just a little bit on the live stream. Up next here, we're going to connect with one of the Munro Group's supervisors at the company's Lilyfield Quarry here in Manitoba. First, check out how ROCKGLASS is providing a solution for a big challenge on rock quarries, noise mitigation.
This morning we're at Lilyfield Quarry. We just had a truck arrive to take our power van away to have our ROCKGLASS shields installed.
We're at Munro Construction, Brockville shop, and we're installing side impact panels on a 53-foot Vanguard trailer for the quarry for Lilyfield.
Inside this power van is a big engine. It is the heart of the crusher, the brains, if you will. It controls everything. Having this go down would be like having your brain not working, right? Nothing else will work without it.
A lot of times when we're in blasting areas, you try to put your trailers and all your equipment in an area that's safe, that they don't get hit. But sometimes it's an impossible thing, the depth of the rock, the type of the rock, and unfortunately one did hit our side of our trailer and narrowly missed our generator. So then it's like, we have this product, here's another new area that we can use the ROCKGLASS on. We're putting together a ROCKGLASS package, and it's going to be a quarry package.
The goal of this is basically to have an impact side. So if there's any type of rock impact or any kind of an abrasion for the outer skin, which is very susceptible to punctures, it's sort of like having the first 3 layers of skin or wearing a glove. The glove takes the hit, it saves the hand. Here, the ROCKGLASS will take the hit, save the trailer.
I think it would be relatively easy for anyone to put panels up on their trailers. The first one's always a little bit of a challenge, and every trailer is different, but if you got just your basic knowledge of how to do some welding, cutting, and fabbing, it should be no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, 2 guys could do it, no problem. You see us with a forklift and a scissor lift, so 2 guys could do it, no problem. I mean, just basic hand tools, measuring tape, and you should be able to do it. The pieces arrive raw so that you can adjust for lengths and widths.
On site or in your shop, we would recommend that it's likely 3 to 4 days for 2 guys to install it. So it's not a big expense. I think, again, when you take a look at how long are you going to be down when you're not making your product for your aggregate sales, is it a good insurance plan for you?
Awesome. Well, now I'd like to welcome Dylan Stangl, who is the manager and dispatcher at Lilyfield Quarry here in Manitoba, to the live stream. Welcome, Dylan.
Hi, welcome.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for joining us today. Just I guess off that video, as you work all day long at Lilyfield Quarry with all this loud machinery, how have you found that rock glass has made a difference in mitigating the noise?
Kelsey, well, everybody loves the quarry. They like our product. They like the location, but there are certain things associated with the quarry people don't like. One thing's dust, another thing is noise. So dust is an easy one. We can add water to suppress the dust, but how do you suppress noise? That's a challenge. It's everywhere. We've used rock glass. We've attached to a trailer to actually make a deflector, a sound barrier, if you will, easily moving around. Put them in those problem areas, helps reverberate sound, push it into the sky, deflect it out of the way. It's helped us achieve our 55 decibel level goals, so it's worked very well for us.
That's awesome. And I guess, yeah, from being in the industry for so long, can you explain to the viewers on the live stream here today how rock glass integrates on and in the machinery at quarries?
Well, quarries, right, you're breaking rock. There's lots of projectiles flying. This eliminates the need for glass. Basically, it takes the place of it. We break rock with a hydraulic breaker. There's 4-inch rocks flying back at you. Never replaced a window, never had to change a piece of rock glass. Cutting bush, guys that are cutting bush don't have to look through a bush guard no more. They can just look through glass and not staring through a cage all day. So it's great.
Awesome. Well, I guess being a manager on the quarry, is that a relief for you knowing that there's that type of support on the quarry?
For sure, the rock breaker is a big part, having that hammer and hydraulic breaker. If he doesn't have a window in there, he's not going to be breaking any rock, so he's not helping us out anyway. So it's basically downtime, everything like that. It helps out great.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Dylan. Again, Dylan is the crushing supervisor at the Munro Group's Lilyfield Quarry. Thank you for being here today.
Thanks.
So far on the Innovations live stream, we've seen how rock glass is solving the problem of broken glass for construction sites, rock quarries, and residential buildings. Now we're going to talk about some of the innovative ways that rock glass is solving non-traditional and unique challenges. Here to tell us a little bit more about that is Chris Croker, ClearSecure's operation manager. Welcome to the live stream, Chris.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Good. Well, can you tell all the viewers a little bit more and about some of the unique solutions rock glass is providing new and existing customers?
Well, absolutely. Just solving our own problem alone. We needed a clean environment controlled room just for our IGU line. So we were actually able to manufacture a full room out of rock glass. So we have a 360 view all the way around. We can see what's going on. It's super easy to clean, cuts down the sound from the other fabrication part of the facility. So we were able to use it as a standalone room. And other uses for rock glass during COVID, for instance, everybody was coming out with these tiny little barriers and people were using them as weapons. We decided to make a COVID shield mixed with a security shield. So we were able to fix two problems for a lot of people in rougher neighborhoods.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I guess working off of that, being in the installation industry for so long, can you share about how our customers are serving as an invaluable resource in innovating new and existing products?
Well, absolutely. Things are changing all the time, and glass isn't fitting the bill for a lot of people, and a lot of people don't want to work with glass just based on how unsafe it is. So rock glass has opened up the doors for many other trades like locksmiths or carpenters, anything like that, to use rock glass, and they're finding innovative ways to use rock glass, and they're second checking their ideas with us to see if it's possible. And so far things have it's turned into a building product for a lot of people, actually, where they don't even use it for security. They use it for the purpose of building something out of it, whether it's in a wet climate, they don't want it to rot, or they want longevity. So we've even made tool jigs out of it here in our fabrication facility to use repetitively.
That's awesome. And I guess being the operations manager, what does your day-to-day kind of look like being in the back?
Being at the back is very busy. We have a lot of things going on. We're constantly innovating, so things are changing. Whenever we find room to grow, we'll definitely point in that direction. But between our panel side and our seal unit side, we're a very busy, fast-paced shop.
Well, thank you, Chris. I'd now like to welcome back Rob to join Chris and I on the live stream. Welcome, Rob.
Great
I'll
to be
open up the floor to both of you on this one, so please jump in at any time. But what's on the horizon for Clear Secure ROCKGLASS?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, we're trying to reduce the carbon footprint of our facility, and so we're researching windows and IGUs that would be 100% ROCKGLASS. And Chris and I have worked at this for over a month now, and we should have some fairly good test results within the next month.
Awesome. Well, Chris, you got anything?
Well, there's just a lot of things coming down the pipe that we don't expect to typically get, and we're actually having cities ask us about bird glass and all kinds of different modern things. A lot of cities are going with the bird glass in their bigger panes of glass, so it's just interesting to hear outside perspective of the uses of ROCKGLASS and how we can fit those needs. So we're attempting to do things like that just to see if we can do it.
Yeah, awesome. Well, and I guess Clear Secure recently moved into a new facility in Winnipeg to better serve the growth of ROCKGLASS. Can you tell us a little bit about the advantages of the new facility?
Oh yeah, the advantages of the new facility, we're able to obviously house more employees. Our last shop, we were tripping over each other. So this shop, we're more spread out. We're able to have a panel side and a steel unit side separate from each other, running independently from each other. So it helps equalize jobs for each side. We don't have to mix things up. Plus, this facility allowed us to do things properly, have a clean room, have all the machinery we need. A lot of the machinery for what we do now is a lot of square footage. So having this facility now enables us to do bigger, better things.
Awesome. Yeah, I totally agree with you. And I guess working off of that, being at the new facility, is there a project that stands out to either one of you the most that you've worked on at the time at the new facility?
Oh, that's it's almost like every project seems so different than the last, and it's even some of them that are repetitive, but there's always new things to figure out. So that's a difficult question. Yeah.
Rob, do you have a favorite project or something you're proud of that you've worked at?
I like to harken back to several projects that Chris was able to manufacture the product to spec, and those products have been installed and are working in places where as soon as the school was open, all the windows were broken. Now we're being spec'd as the window of choice with our outer light being ROCKGLASS, so they don't have that problem anymore. I don't know the number of units we've shipped to projects like that, but they are quite enormous, and we're solving a big problem.
Awesome. Well, thank you to Rob Patterson and Chris Croker for staying with us on the Innovations live stream, and to Dylan Stengel earlier for being on the live stream. Again, a big thank you to all you guys for joining me today on the Munro Group's Innovations live stream.
No problem.
Glad to be here.
That is about all the time we have for the Munro Group Innovation live stream. Again, I'm your host, Kelsey McComb. Thank you so much for joining us. If you enjoyed the live stream, please subscribe, like us below, and don't forget to follow the Munro Group's company on social media. And to learn more about us and view past live streams and content, please visit themunrogroup.ca. Again, that is themunrogroup.ca. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you soon.